What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, welcome. My name is Deanna and my page is mainly about fitness, nutrition, and just how to create a balanced life. So let's jump into the video. Today I will be going over the top 5 mistakes that I see in the fitness industry and just kind of mistakes that I wish I would have known when I first started my journey. So tip number 1. Stop focusing so much on the scale. I see a lot with all of my clients. They get so focused on that number that they determine their day from it. They put all of their stress into that number. Seeing that number go down is something that gets them excited, but then when it goes up, it freaks them out. So something that I wish I would have known is just not being so focused on that number, because there's so many other factors that tie into why your weight is going down or if it's going up, like your stress, your sleep, your mood, like your hormone levels. So there's a lot to take into account for. So not focusing so much on the scale is gonna help you a lot in your journey, because then the days that your scale does go up, you don't get sad or you don't let that deter you from your progress, and you are able to keep moving forward. Tip number 2. A lot of times I see when people start a diet, they will cut out carbs automatically. Whenever I ask a friend like, oh, hey, what are you eating on your cut? They're like, oh, I took out carbs. And yes, that may help you lose weight, but that's not conducive to your gains, just because when you are in the gym, carbs are our body's preferred source of energy. And so not having those carbs, one, yes, you're gonna lose weight, but you're not gonna have energy, you're not gonna be able to perform well in the gym. And that's not always the answer when you are trying to diet either. The biggest thing is being in a calorie deficit. So if you're trying to lose weight, just put yourself in a calorie deficit. I put an equation in my last video so you guys can check that out. But essentially just find your maintenance calories, put yourself in a calorie maintenance by lowering that maintenance calories, and then just going from there. You don't necessarily need to cut out carbs, but just have a good ratio of carbs, fats, and protein. My biggest tip for that is try having 1 gram of protein per body weight, and then you can macro out the other ratios once you have that. Third tip is not weight training. So a lot of times, I know for me, when I first started going to the gym, my first thought was, okay, let's go on the cardio machine. Let's go do the elliptical, let's go on the treadmill, because that's what I only knew how to do, right? When you are weight training, it's intimidating if you don't know where to start, if you don't know how the machines work, and if you just don't have a plan, it's easier to just resort to cardio because it's what you do know how to do. But that's not the only way to lose fat, right? Cardio will help you lose water weight and body weight, but it doesn't help you retain the muscle that you have put on. So my biggest tip for that is prioritize weight training. If you can add some resistance training, like going to the gym, or just like other types of training like CrossFit, or something to put stress on your muscles rather than doing cardio, that is going to be a huge indicator of your progress, just because you are putting on muscle and you're not burning off muscle instead. 4th tip is under eating. So a lot of times my clients will come to me and they're only eating about 1,400 or 1,500 calories, so their metabolism is not optimized. And in order to get yourself to a healthy weight, to where your body is functioning properly and able to actually go into a deficit, is just building your metabolism back up, eating enough, weight training, and just being at a healthy weight for some time before you actually start a diet. I think that is something that is so important, because a lot of times we want to undereat, so we cut calories so quickly, but then your body starts to get adapted to eating lower calorie, that it no longer responds, because now it's in a fight or fight response mode, where anything you add into your body is just gonna hold on to, because it feels like it's adaptive to those lower calories. So my biggest tip for that is just finding a diet that is sustainable for you, where you don't have to restrict so much, where you're able to find something that is sustainable, that will last you throughout the week, where you're not restricted during the week and then are like binging on the weekends. Because I know for me, I used to be so restrictive. I was so afraid to even increase my carbs to like 150 grams, which is even so crazy to think now, but that is never the answer. I think just finding a sustainable approach for you that fits your lifestyle is gonna make it so much easier to lose weight and have fun with it as well, because you have to really see it as a lifestyle change rather than something you wanna do for X amount of weeks. And then the 5th and final tip is to really focus on all the other factors besides nutrition and training, right? So that's sleep and water. Sleep is so important, because In order to just be a healthy functioning human, we need at least 7 hours of sleep a day in order to just function properly throughout the day. Your mood is a lot better, and a lot of times too, if you're not getting enough sleep, your food cycle is going to be off to where you're feeling more cravings, your leptin levels are going to be all out of whack, and your hormones are just going to go crazy, you know? Sleep just helps optimize your body to function properly, and then that's when nutrition and training goes hand in hand with sleep. After sleep is water. So water is so important. I know a lot of us think, okay, water makes up 70% of our body, but why is it so important for us, right? It's not just important for our body to function properly, but it's important for lubricating our joints. It helps digest our food. Just think about it, like water flows through our body, so it helps digest everything. It lets everything just function well. And if you don't get enough water throughout the day, it just makes it a lot harder for you to see progress because you may be dehydrated, your body isn't absorbing all the nutrients properly, and it just helps to get more water in throughout the day. So those are my 5 top fitness mistakes that I wish I would have known when I started my journey, and I really hope that it can help you